What is good, Knicks fans? Coming at you with another video, and it's been quiet on the Knicks front. Only a couple things came out, just a few mediocre things. Nothing about the Donovan Mitchell trade, but still want to give my thoughts because I continuously give my thoughts on this Donovan Mitchell trade, potential trade. It's been put out there. Let me see. That Grimes is trying to get the number 8. He's going from number 6 to number 8. And that goes to show you he's staying with the Knicks no matter what. If he's going to try to change his number on the Knicks, he knows he's confident in himself to be with the Knicks. And another thing is, Jeremy Lin came out and said that his Linsanity experience was not good for him. He did not like it at all. The side effects, he said, didn't like a lot of the side effects of Linsanity. He detailed that he lost. Look, Jeremy Lin details scary things that happened during Linsanity. Lost my humanity. That's crazy, to be honest. Privacy was taken away from him overnight. Some family issues that caused all this. The paparazzi chasing him down and his families. It was just a lot of scary things that he wasn't used to, and he was an overnight sensation. It destroyed his life in a way, because he couldn't. After that, he was so widely known, that even after the whole Insanity thing died down, he still probably had that in his life, to the point where he probably couldn't focus on basketball, the thing he loved the most. So I agree that it was too much, but we was all looking for something, especially after the it just seemed like the mellow years with the Knicks was dying down. We were just trying to find something to spark it back up, and Jeremy Lin was the thing, and everything just collapsed on him, and it didn't affect his game. Well, I mean, his career gracefully. It bashed his career in, and he could never be the same. Can never focus on basketball the same, right? So I feel bad for him in that respect, because he wanted to do the thing he loved, but just he couldn't. But other than that, he was getting paid money, so it's only as far as I can. I can only be so far feeling bad for you, because look at the money again, and yes, the privacy taken away, and nobody likes their privacy taken away from them, but he was getting paid money still, some type of money. I'm pretty sure you didn't get the money that you was getting. The fame wasn't matching the money you was getting, yes, but still, it was still a thing. Yeah, and this whole thing that they continuously trying to bash. A lot of people was down about the whole pro-am thing with Jalen Brunson, Obi Toppin, and Julius Randle. Guys, I know we all wanted these three guys to win together. We all wanted these three guys to show their prowess on defense as much as offense, but yes, and there's other NBA players out there that's gonna go all out on defense, but it's also not everybody's gonna go in on defense. They're not getting paid for this. It's just something to get their reps in, do a few things that they've been working on in the off season. Try to do it in game competition, right? But they weren't going hard as they would be in the NBA game, because they're not getting paid for this. An NBA game is their livelihood. They're getting paid for this thing. although you would love to see the love for the game enough, or the competitive side of them enough to say, hey, we're gonna lock down on defense. But I'm pretty sure these three guys, like I keep saying, these three guys were thrown together. Obi Toppin and Randall, how many games or how many runs did they actually get together, playing on the same floor together? I would say barely, and so I would say all three of them in general had basically no runs together. So this is the first time they got together, they played together. So take it with a grain of salt. They put up numbers. They put up good numbers. I think Randall's the only one that didn't have a good game, to be honest. And yet he was barking at the squad thing, at the fans, like he was having a great game. He should have had a 30-point game or 40-point game. That's how you bark at the crowd. But you're not doing that. Come on, bro. And then he was arguing with the coach on the pro-am team he was on. Bro, like, I don't think we should bring Randall back, because I think that just goes to show you he's gonna continue that type of thing, especially if we're not winning, and we don't need people to keep barking at our coaching staff. Yes, you get into it. It's not all of a big deal all the time, because look at Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra. They got into it and then they kept on going. They got better at things. But bro, it's like Randall, when he gets into it with people, it's like it's done. He can never feel the same way about them. I don't know. He has a way about him that is not, you wouldn't want on a team, on a championship team. He's better, or competing team. He's better on teams like the Jazz, like the Pacers, like the other type of teams, or the Spurs, teams that's not really trying to win, although they maybe want to win here and there. But they try. Well, those type of teams, they want to. Spurs and Jazz, they want to lose completely so they could be in the top 3 in a draft. But what I'm saying is, like, those other teams, like, I don't know, just those other teams out there. Let's say Pacers. I just said that Pacers that's trying to still compete. Okay, you can get Randall over there, have him be the man. But I don't know. I don't think he's they're willing to get Randall. I think the best place for Randall to be is Charlotte, where he won't be the main guy. LaMelo will be the main guy. Yes, they can get you have a one-on-one scorer, but he will have to learn how to play off a LaMelo ball, because he's not going to have the ball in his hands, and he's going to have to realize that even on this team, on the Knicks team, he's not going to have the ball in his hand all the time. So he's going to have to realize that and play within the system and not argue with people just because they're telling you the truth. Yo, bro, you got to really play defense, bro, or you got to give the ball up at this situation. You can't just chuck a shot up just for the hell of it, bro. Like, no, you can't do this. So I think we need to get rid of Randall. He's not the guy anymore. His mentality is like really off. We thought he was bringing a culture here that year that he was All NBA. We thought he was bringing a culture here that was gonna fix this team to where we need to be. But the opposite happened. It was like the Knicks affected him, or the fans, I guess. But the overall Knicks thing, the whole thing with the Knicks, affected him so much that he became one of the players that the Knicks hate, that the Knicks fans used to have on the team, like before this whole regime came. This is the type of players that the Knicks would have, like just a chaotic player that just didn't have their mentality right and just didn't play up to standard. Yeah, but everybody else, let's say Brunson, he's not gonna be like that. He's gonna be his own man. He's gonna continue to be who he is, and he's gonna continue to get better. Just like R.J. Barrett, like Obi Toppin, just like Quickly, just like Grimes. These guys, they don't let any of that stupid things affect them. They just play their game and play with heart and play every second of the game without concern of what the fans are gonna. Yes, the fans will boo you. They're not affected about that. They're just gonna continue to play their game, play hard, and play together. That's what we want. And I think Brunson is gonna bring that. as a leadership standpoint, because I think RJ already got that. He's already a leader on this team, no matter what. I'm sorry, RJ is one of our leaders, and if Brunson can bring that type of mentality, like I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna play my game, win, lose, I'm gonna play my game. The fans booing, I don't care. I'm gonna play my game, and I'm gonna speak to the media. Okay, yeah, it was my fault. We can do better, but I'm gonna do better. And this, that, and third. That's what I'm saying. Brunson, he's gonna bring a type of leadership and mentality that's gonna rub off on the other players, that the other players gonna love him compared to a Randall. They're gonna compare these two players. It's like, oh wow, look, Brunson is way more of a leader that we need. He may not become the all-star, maybe, but he's the leader that we need, right? If he can have a Chris Paul effect on us, that would be amazing. And I see that. I see that. Yes, he's not the playmaker Chris Paul is, but he creates shots, no matter what. Randy wasn't a playmaker, but he created shots, and this dude creates shots better, I would say, because although he probably won't draw the double all the time that Randall did, maybe this year he can. But Randall wasn't great passing out of the double all the time. Brunson, if he draws that double, maybe he'll be better. I don't know. It's just we're hoping on Jalen Brunson to play up to his own standards and get better. We're hoping for R.J. Barrett to get better. We're hoping for quickly Obi Grimes to get better. I say even if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, we still have to trade Randall, because the way he's been playing, the way he's been acting in a pro-am game, you arguing with the coach, you barking at the fans like they've been booing you all night. When Obi Toppin and Jalen Brunson is not even affected by it, it's like, and then you only score 18 points. Most likely not playing defense. This is the type of thing, like, bro, we don't need that type of leadership, that wishy-washy leadership. We don't need that, and I think Jalen Brunson brings the type of leadership that we need, and those two is not. I mean, keeping Randall here is only gonna affect the players more, because I don't think Tom Thibodeau is he's not gonna yell at Randall the way he's gonna yell at the other guys. Even Brunson, I think he may yell at Brunson because Brunson's fine with being yelled at if he doesn't do something right. But you have to treat this guy so differently. It's not like somewhat differently. Obviously, you have to treat other players differently because other players have different personalities. But if you could treat every player on the team, because all those guys I mentioned, he can yell at every one of those guys and get production out of those guys after he yelled at them. Even Brunson, I bet he can still yell at him and get production out of him. But if you have to really water a lot of things down for Randall and talk to him in a sweet voice instead of barking at him just a little bit, and just say, yo, bro, you got to do something, bro. You can't just you have to play defense, bro. He needs to be barked at here and there and take it and not yell back and like the coach that was showing him what he was doing wrong, and he hit the computer out of his hand. Really? You can't just take criticism and be like, okay, I'm gonna do better. Are you kidding me? This is the things that I don't like about Randall. So even if we don't get Donovan, gotta get rid of Randall because he's not doing it for us. We gotta start fresh without Randall. Try to get something back. Another power forward that can come off the bench. A defensive power forward that can come off the bench. You don't need to be a good 3-point shooter. Just a defensive guy that gives effort and defense. Effort, defense, rebounding, offense, and defensive rebound. All that stuff. If he doesn't have a good 3-point shot, that's fine. Because we just need something different because Randall isn't it, and he's only gonna affect us even more, especially if he starts getting mad about not having the ball as much, right? So I don't like it. I don't like it. Uh, RJ, he's the man we're looking toward. As much as Jalen Brunson, we're looking for him to change a lot of things up and get shots better for all these guys, better shots for all these guys. We're looking at RJ without Donovan Mitchell here. We're looking at RJ as a second ball handler mainly and creating shots not only for himself but other teammates and showing that 3-level scoring, but also putting on defense. If he can bump his average up points average up to 22 or something like that, while being efficient and playing that defense, while playmaking for the most part, it's possible he can be an all-star. It's possible. Although there's like how many all-stars in the league at this point, because all these young players are showing up and showing out. But RJ, we're looking at him to make another jump, and this jump, I think this year is supposed to show who he truly is in the NBA. Yes, he's been improving every year, and proving to us who he is. But this year is gonna show, if he can stay consistent, it's gonna show who he's gonna be in the future. Because if he can show up and show out like these guys, like these young stars in the league, then we got a franchise player right there. If he can average that 22 points a game, give us 5 assists, defense and offense, we got a franchise player, and rely on him to get us a bucket one-on-one. You have to come double this guy. Yeah, I'm relying on RJ this year, and I see him definitely being an all-star if he continues down this path. And the 3 guys that's constantly in the trade discussion, Obi, Grimes, and Quickly, I'm definitely looking for, especially Obi needs more minutes because he showed that he needed more minutes. You need easy buckets, and he gets you easy buckets. You need somebody to move the ball, move themselves, body movement, player movement, ball movement, and he brings that all the time. So does Quickly. So does Grimes. These 3 guys give you that player and ball movement that Tom Thibodeau was preaching since how long, right? So I think these guys, they're it for this team. They're the guys that we're gonna rely on night in, night out to get us rolling. They're gonna be spark plugs no matter what. I want Obi in the starting lineup though, even without Donovan Mitchell. I want Grimes in the starting lineup without Donovan Mitchell. Quickly, he can be that 6th man, and really, I wanted him to be a point guard, especially if he improves this offseason. He needs to show us. I want to see how this team plays before we really do anything with this Donovan Mitchell trade, because I want to even see Cam do his thing. I want to see Cam show something. Take those Fournier minutes. This on training camp. Show what you got. Show Tom Thibodeau, ooh, I have to choose between him and Fournier, and he's giving me defense and offense. That spot up 3-point shot too is looking good. And he plays great with almost everyone on the team. I gotta get minutes for this guy. Fournier is just a bucket. He's just a 3-point shot. That's it. Alright, then we can throw Fournier in situational times, bro. He's gonna have to take a backseat. Like, this type of thing I want these kids to show. Like, yo, we better than these veterans you have from Fournier and Randall. We're better than these guys. And we're showing you we're better than these guys. That's what I want. I want them to come in training camp hard and just show out. show Tom Thibodeau why they deserve those minutes. I'm relying on all these young guys to make a jump, and Brunson to make a jump. I'm relying on all these guys to make a jump. I'm not relying on Randall. I'm not relying on Fournier. I'm relying on all the other guys on my team besides those two. If those two show up, that's awesome. But if they don't, like if these guys make the jump that we want them to do, all the young guys and Brunson, if they make the jump this year that we know that they can, and then these guys on top of it are doing their thing, we have a team, a squad that could run with the best of them, play with the best of them, compete with the best of them. But I don't think I'm not holding my breath for Randall. Now I won't be mad if Fournier stays. To be honest, I just want Randall out of here. If he's gonna continue to act like that in a pro-am game, you acting like that in a pro-am game, and scoring 18 points, not playing defense, barking at the coach of your team, and then arguing with fans. He's a clown right now, bro. I just hope he can just be quiet and just play his game. Play your game, bro. Go hard every second. This is what play a pro-am game like a regular game and go hard every second. And maybe you would have came out with 40 points and shut those haters up, right? But no, you nonchalant. You didn't want to play defense, and then you barking at the fans and the coach. He's been annoying everybody. Alright, that's all I want to speak about. Catch you later on a different video.